Give me 20 minutes of your time and you will learn the exact framework that helped my client Uthman go from this to this in the span of a single month, and how he took his bench press from 165 to 210. So I'll show you the client interview right now, and after that we will get into how exactly I helped him achieve the results that he achieved.
I was lacking a little bit of support and, a little bit of guidance in terms of my goals and how to actually reach them. And especially with energy, when it comes to energy, it all starts with you losing body fat. I really feel like when you shed body fat as a man, you do definitely gain energy, and as well as higher testosterone. As to compare yourself with a lot of body fat, you have lower testosterone levels and you have lower energy levels as well.
100%, bro. So before, you would say you were low testosterone, low energy, no discipline, and you know what to do, but you didn't actually do it because you had no accountability, right?
Yeah, I had information, but I just wasn't consistent,
Yeah, I understand.
That's definitely.
So tell me a little bit after, what happened after, or what were the changes that you saw on my program that you were like, okay, so this is what transformed, this is what changed. Tell me about it, man.
Well, one thing that I love about your program was the weekly calls. You'd always make sure I completed my workouts, and you made sure I didn't chicken out or skip on the workouts. You also made sure I was eating good food. So anytime I had a question with food, you would give me an answer. And over time, with more and more of my questions being answered about diet and about exercise programs or different splits, I felt more confident, going to the gym. And eventually, with me going to the gym more oftenly, I was able to learn the machines, learn the form. Because like I said, I had previous experience, but I just didn't have the discipline to go. But now I'm very thankful, with the program that I started with you. I was able to keep up that consistency and also learn about the machines, about the weights, and truly prove myself that I can get stronger and better at the gym.
I'm happy to hear that, man. I'm happy to hear that. And tell me a little bit about your emotion side of things. How are you feeling before you made any changes, and how do you feel now?
So before, I guess I was kind of stuck in a loophole where I would work out and then take a break, lose my gains, and then start over again. But I guess after the program, I was consistent, so I was able to track my exercises, track my weights, so I can do progressive overload. So I would either add more reps or add more weight, and I would ask you, if something is a little bit too easy, then you would increase difficulty, or if something is too exhausting and I'm not recovering in time, then I would lower the volume depending on my needs.
Yeah, you'd always tell me.
Compared now, it's definitely a big difference, for sure.
Okay. So another thing I want to ask is, tell me a little bit about the program in itself. What did you get there, or what was your expectation versus reality, and what was your actual experience, working with me one-on-one?
I didn't have much expectation. I guess I just had an idea of an online coach. I didn't really think too much of it. The generic, here's my program, go ahead and get started with it, good luck.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what I had in mind. But the reality was, like I said, the weekly check-ins really made a difference, because with you checking up on me persistently, it made me okay, I gotta tell them that, okay, I've been skipping, or I actually went,
Yeah.
So I couldn't really lie to you and say, oh yeah, I went, and you would know, because I didn't track nothing, or I didn't press the complete workout session. So that was a reality, it gave me a reality check on that I gotta actually hold myself accountable. And the one thing you cannot lie about is your physique. Your physique will always be the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
You can lie about anything in life, anything. You can lie about income, you can lie about your relationships, but one thing you cannot lie about is your physique.
Because
that is because
the proof is there.
Yeah, it shows.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So another thing, Uthman, I want to ask you is, what was your biggest win in your opinion? Was it like your bench increased from like 40 pounds, I think you told me? Was it like the leanliness that you got? Was it the body fat that you lost? What was your favorite win in your opinion?
I think I'm more biased towards bench because right around when I started your program, me and my friend had a competition, and I was able to put on more weight pretty fast. Like, I was able to hit 205 with pretty easy. Like it was not that heavy for me, and I think I was always stuck at 180, 185 for the longest time. So definitely, yeah, bench, but everything else went up in weight. Obviously, like my back, actually, like my rows got stronger. My hack squat got stronger as well. My curls definitely got stronger. So, yeah, overall, everything has been good. But my favorite thing right now is definitely bench because I want to get that up to 2 plates, definitely.
Yeah, 100%. Now I think you can easily hit 225.
I feel like by the end of the month or by next month end, I'm gonna send you a video and show you that even after the program, I was able to keep up that consistency, the same level of discipline, and show that I can achieve the 2 plates goal, which I have.
Dude, like after 1 week, you sent me like that video. I was like, holy shit, this guy's ended and he's already seeing like crazy results,
Yeah,
like,
man.
Yeah, like programs ended and still being consistent, putting in the work. So I'm happy to hear that. Okay, so another thing I want to ask you, man, is when we were chatting in the DMs, like when we first started, what made you want to book a call with me? Like, what made me stand out to you that you were like, okay, I want to book a call. I want to see what he has to offer over like other online fitness coaches, if you know what I mean.
To be honest, a lot of fitness creators have the same Instagram layout. I think I reached out to like maybe 2 or 3, and I can't remember. It's been almost 2 months, actually more than 2 months now.
Yeah.
But I think one thing that struck out to me was the way your energy was in the DMs. It wasn't like, oh, here's my price and here's my course.
Yeah, I understand. I was
It was
actually
more like, it was more personalized. I guess that's what caught my eye.
I was finding out what you actually needed and giving you an actual plan instead of saying like, okay, so this is 1 month, $500 or whatever,
Right. It was personalized, so I really respected that. So I guess that pushed me to see what was up. To see what you're all about.
Yeah. Okay. So the 6th question I want to ask you is, what was your kind of like the thing that you were kind of skeptical about before joining? Like, was it maybe because you thought you couldn't see results, or what was the thing that you were like, let me think about it before I invest in this coach? What was the let's say the thing that you were skeptical about?
Probably because I never worked with the online coach, so I'm like, you're normally used to seeing coaches in person. When it's online, there's like that barrier.
Yeah.
There, you can't meet him in person. Obviously, like you can't correct my form in real life.
Yeah.
It would have to be over video. So I guess I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to adapt to that, because that's just a given when you're doing these online coach program. But over time, I got more comfortable, and with my experience from the past and my consistency, I was able to actually get better.
So after you're done with the program, now you're like, that's the decision I did was good. Like, how do you feel about the decision that you made after the program?
Yeah, I feel really good, man. It was definitely a change for the better. And it's like I found a runway and I'm able to take off now.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And you were telling me something about your basketball, right? You would update me on your games. How did your kind of basketball performance improve, or let's say, how did it actually change after the program? Did you see any change in your performance?
Basketball? Well, yes, but unfortunately I got injured. So 2 weeks ago I sprained my ankle.
Yeah.
So I have not been hitting leg days, but prior to the injury, I was actually, starting to like jump higher and run faster. But I had a little reset, like it was probably maybe 2 days before the program ended. I hurt myself pretty bad, so I'm still healing. Like it was pretty bad sprain, But definitely, like while I was working out my legs, like I said, my hack squat, my RDLs, the weights were getting easier to lift, and I was able to progress for overload, which helped me in basketball to maintain the stamina and to jump or run.
So basically, like
in
increase
the
stamina, and since we implied plyometrics in your program, remember that also helps
Yeah.
a lot, right?
That definitely, yes, the plyos did help me target my jumping and my running as well.
Yeah. But basically, like a lot of people think that in a fitness program it's only like gym, push-ups, calisthenics. But since you play basketball, you told me like, hey Maho, I want to add plyometrics, and I was like, of course, because that's what you want to do. So a lot of coaches don't do this. Like they don't add a specific thing to that type of person. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I definitely think, so that made it better, because it's more personalized.
yeah, exactly. Okay, man. So last question I want to ask you is, what would you say to someone who's watching this video right now? He's thinking, should I actually go with Maho, or should I, what should I do right now? He's watching this video. What would you say to him?
Well, my testimony, I can say pretty confidently that they most definitely should book a call with you and explain what their goals are. Because with me, I kind of like kept changing it up after like 2 weeks, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna stick with this, no more changing.
Yeah.
As I remember, he told me like, tell me everything, like let's go from the beginning. So with that being said, they should definitely book a intro call with you, and as well as the further call should address their weakness that they know of, and with the weekly calls that you provide, I feel like you can give them a lot of benefit. So I think you're like an excellent choice for online coach. 100%.
I appreciate that. And by the way, before I forget, you told me something about like your diet. Like before, you were eating like junk food. I remember the first call, you were like, I like chocolates, I like snacks. And then now I see you every single day, steak, eggs. So tell me a little bit about that last thing.
Yeah, so the steak eggs method, I guess. I mean, I knew about it a little bit. It was kind of like a lost thought. It wasn't really there. But the more I talk to you about food, I'm like, what? I want to keep it simple. I don't want to complicate it, because me personally, and I know everyone's different, but I don't like being in the kitchen too much. It's kind of like not my thing. I want to be able to like make something that's quick, has good macros, and I'm like, that happens to be steak. So I told you, I'm like, steak.
So-
and you're like,
so
yeah,
you-
that's perfect. That's literally what I eat.
You would say the change before was like junk food, low energy,
Right.
and you had like a little bit of belly fat. And then after you were eating healthy, you were eating potatoes, healthy carbs, healthy fats. You would say that's the change that happened.
Exactly, yeah. I was able to track my stuff. And if I want to have like a snack, it would be like yogurt or something, and I was able to track it, and it would stay within my calories.
So basically,
So I would not be overeating.
everything became healthier. Everything made you more energized, more higher testosterone, right? Everything.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. Alright, man. So that's pretty much it. Appreciate you all being on here. So, you saw the call. Now let's talk about the actual steps that he took and that I helped him take to actually increase his bench press, lose fat, increase his energy, increase his testosterone, increase his consistency, improve his discipline, make his life healthier in general. Now, first of all, let's take a look at the before pictures. So, as you can see right here, the before picture, he was chubby. He had a lot of belly fat, he had some gyno, and he had low energy, low confidence, low testosterone. Alright? Now, after we worked together, within the first 2 weeks, he lost fat, he lost chest fat, and he built a decent amount of muscle in his arms, right? So, after that, at the end of the program, this is how he looked, the picture in the middle. The picture on the right is the picture when we first started, the picture in the middle is the picture at the end of the program, the picture at the left is in the middle of the program, right? So after he ended, he lost a decent amount of belly fat, his waist got down, his energy increased, his confidence increased, his testosterone increased, every aspect of his life improved, all right? So let's take a look at the steps that actually helped him achieve these types of transformations, right? And of course, his back transformation as well. As you can see here, he barely had any muscle mass, he had a lot of love handles, and as you can see the picture on the top left, bro, I can't even say anything. The picture talks for itself. Look at the demon back, look at the muscle, look at the waist. Everything speaks for itself. These pictures speak for themselves. I didn't even add any type of understanding because You will see this and you will understand what it's all about. Now, let's start at the top. We have the first twin that he sent me on WhatsApp, right? So the first twin that he said was, I woke up and I helped my friend move and then had a 2.5 hour basketball session with another friend. 2.5 hour basketball session is on active rest day, right? Because you need to be resting at the same time, you need to be doing something active, correct? But him being able to do a 2.5 hour basketball session was not possible for the program, because before the program he didn't have stamina, he didn't have energy. So the 2.5 hour basketball session, even if it sounds simple, it wasn't achievable without actually understanding everything that I'm about to explain in this video, right? Let's take a look at another win. Plyometrics done. I feel great. I finished it. I felt so shit today because I woke up sick, but I put my mind and committed 1 hour of strict plyos. I feel good now. He feels good after he completed our plyometrics workout, right? This is another W. Yo, what's up, brother? I hit push day, feel satisfied, and I had 11 ounces of ribeye with protein pasta, but I forgot to take pics. This brother is having steak and pasta. Before the program, he told me I was eating snacks, I was eating chocolates, he was eating chips, he was eating bullshit food, right? After the program, he started eating steak, eggs, and in the video, if you saw, he talked about how the diet actually helped him improve, right? Let's take a look at another win. At the end of the program, he said, I appreciate you being on my journey. Even my friend got shocked on how fast my bench up. Now, the reason he said this is because he sent me a video, if you can see on the right here. He hit a 205 bench. Do you know how crazy that is? Because just a month earlier, he was at 165 for reps. Imagine going from 165 bench all the way to 2.205, right? If you can see the screenshot right here, bro ended the program a week ago. You're still seeing crazy results. He ended the program a week ago. Yeah, he still increased his bench by 40 pounds, which is roughly 20 kg. Imagine increasing your bench with 20 kg within 1 month of my program. That's what it's all about, right? Even his friend was shocked at it. And as you can see, he's eating steaks, he's eating eggs, and he felt his rear delt for the first time. He never felt his rear delt before in the program. He felt it, right? And this is a picture of him walking out, doing his steps, because steps is really important when it comes to losing weight, losing your love handles, and building a healthy and consistent routine. And as you can see, we had weekly calls, 1 hour, if you can see the voice call. This is to make sure that everything's on par and he's doing everything accordingly, just as you heard him on the call. I basically made sure that he would never give up, because it's impossible to give up if you have accountability 24/7 and you have someone pushing you to the absolute max, right? Now, something else I want to touch as well is he felt stronger in the gym without actually losing a lot of weight. So most people have this misconception that, oh, I need to lose weight, I need to do this, I need to do that in order to feel good. But no, he got stronger, he felt better just by going to the gym and actually getting stronger without losing weight, right? So he also was very consistent. Again, consistency is very important when you're trying to have this type of transformation. And he also got better at wrestling. He literally said like he beat someone, he was playing with someone, and he felt like his strength went up. So every aspect of his life changed, right? Now what you guys have to realize is that this was all done because of one simple thing: accountability. Yes, it may seem very, very simple, but I cannot stress how important it is for someone to hold you accountable, right? If there's no one holding you accountable, going with you step by step, guiding you through every single thing, I promise you, you will not see the results that you want to see, right? So even though I gave him the workout plan, even though I gave him the diet plan, even though I gave him the personalized plan, etc., 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 nothing would have been possible without being consistent, because he lacked discipline, which a lot of people do. And if I hadn't been the person to guide him and show him the discipline, nothing would have changed, right? So our split was plyometrics, arms, legs. It was pull push, plyometrics, leg day, active rest day. For the diet, again, we prioritized on healthy proteins, healthy fats, steak, eggs, potatoes, pasta, anything with high carbs and high healthy fats, right? And the habits, he walked, as you can see the views that he sent me, and he basically became more healthy, more disciplined, and he enjoyed sports more. His testosterone increased by a lot, his energy increased by a lot. Every single aspect of his life pivoted the second he decided to work with me, right? I very prioritize on working personally with my client. I become best friends with them, right? Like I had a client I played Clash Royale with. I had a client that I literally send memes to. it's so important to be in tune with your clients, or else they will not see the results, because you need to be their friend. You need to be someone that they can look up to, right? That's what I do with every single one of my clients. So if you want to book a call and you want to join my one-on-one coaching and you want to get a coach who actually cares about you, then click the link in my bio or the link in the description. I can't wait to see you on the other side.